All right, boys and girls, by popular demand, I am going to go over the metric conversion homework that I assigned yesterday. A couple of things right off the top. This handout, there was a link to this on Google Classroom, I think, from 2 days ago. Today's the 16th, so back on the 14th. If you didn't copy this, or either print it out on your printer or copy it into your notebook, do that first thing. Okay. Now, in addition to this, I took the exact same prefixes and assembled them into this ladder grid, for lack of a better term. All right. These guys are the same thing. All right. The main difference between this one and this one, you'll note, is that between kilo and mega, mega, giga, gigatera, here they're one after the other. On this particular ladder picture, kilo and mega aren't just one above each other, but three above each other. And mega and giga are three apart. Giga and tera are three apart. And the same thing occurs down at the bottom half. So this is really the better one for you if you're counting steps on a ladder. Now, there's other ways of doing metric conversions, but let's we'll stick to this ladder method for right now. All right. So let's just go ahead and take a look at some of these. The first problem that I gave you was 5.712 kilometers, and we were asked to convert that to just straight up meters. All right. Now, in the metric system, the conversion between any one measurement unit and the other is some factor of 10. It's either going to be 10 times bigger, 100 times bigger, 1,000 times bigger, 1,000,000 times bigger, or the other way around. 1/10 is big, 1/100th is big, etc., etc. Really what that results in is this whole process is just a matter of taking the number that we started with and moving the decimal point, right? Because each of these metric prefixes is some factor of 10. We know when we multiply or divide by 10 in math class that could be done easily just by moving decimal points. If I wanted to multiply this number by 10, then it becomes 57.12. If I want to divide it by 10, I go the other way, right? That's why the metric system is so useful, or so easy to use, is that conversion between units is just a matter of moving decimal points. And this grid that I shot out to you yesterday helps us determine how to move the decimal point. All right, let's go through this as an example. All right, I'm going from kilo to the base unit. This right here, meters, just by itself, there is no prefix. We call that the base unit. So this is our task. In order to convert from kilometers to meters, from kilo to the base unit, we need to know how many places to move the decimal point. Where's this decimal point going to go? All right. And then in what direction? Let's say I have to move it 3 places. Do I move it 3 to the right or 3 to the left? Let's figure this out. Here's how this works. Take out our little grid thing here. We're starting with kilo, so we're right here. All right, we're starting with kilo, so we're right here. All right, on this guy here. And we want to go to the base unit, so we're going to go right here. So what we need to do is simply determine how far apart the base unit and kilo are. Right? It's how many jumps of the ladder. All right. So when we look at kilo, which is our starting point, we're starting with kilo. We're starting right here. All right, let's, even if we want to, let's do this, draw a little guy right here up on my kilo line. You could jump down to the next rung, that's 1 jump. Down to the next rung, that's 2 jumps. And then down to the last jump here, which is where we want to stop at our no prefix. How many rungs do we go? That is 3 steps. All right. That means we need to move the decimal point 3 places. Now, which direction do we go? Since our jump is going this way, follow this set of directions here. If we're moving down, we want to move the decimal point to the right. So this is going to be 3 places to the right. Right there. Okay. So let's go back up to our problem. 5.712 kilometers. To move this over to the meter side, I'm going to write the 5, 7, 1, and 2. The digits don't change. It's just the position of the decimal point. Where does this decimal point go when I want to restate my measurement in meters? It's going to go 3 places to the right. So we start here, go 3 to the right. All right, that's going to put us right behind the 2. So that's it. That is it, boys and girls. Question, or the answer to number 1 is 5,712 meters.